everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Welcome to the newcomers. I hope you like what you see. And if you do, please subscribe, like, share, comment. It helps to grow the channel. And I can't thank you enough for all your support and all your beautiful comments in the crochet groups that I'm involved in. I thank you so much, everybody, for your support. I'm going to talk about a bit of these threads. These are 100% cotton. And you get them every color, every shape, every tone you can possibly think of. I have many requests about wanting to find out more about these threads and the colors and where can people buy from. There's a lot of people that asks me in the crochet groups, which in some of my last videos I have been posting on the description box all the information where you can order them from. It is here in Europe, in Portugal. This is a lady that orders them from Brazil. This is soft cotton, not the hard cotton, so it's fantastic to work with. Now, she sells not these little small ones. She has the same colors, but in bigger tubes, in a lot of the 1 kilo. This is about 1,100, between 25 and 50 grams of thread. It lasts you a long time. You can do a lot of pieces with it, and she has them in different sizes. Reminder that the Brazil numbers, the higher you go, the thicker the thread is. Here in Portugal, the higher the number, the thinner the thread. So several countries are different in how they operate with the numbers, sizes on the threads or the yarn. So this is size 4. I use size 4 for most of my patterns, even though I just ordered the 6. I'm waiting for her to receive it so I can get it. I will be working on the 6. It's a little bit thicker than this 4. And it gives more production on the patterns with less rows to do, and the size becomes bigger, obviously. So I'm waiting on that, and she does have multicolored ones. Example, into a multicolored, different shapes, different colors, you name it, she has it. And you can order. Now, she does have a little bit smaller than this cone too. It's up to you to check out with her. I will be putting in the description box her YouTube channel and also her Facebook page for these threads, and also her son's email that does speak English. So you have no worries about that. You can get all your information through her. She does sell size 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I believe, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 24 people. So those big numbers, like the 20, 24 is excellent for floor mats, carpets, rugs, you name it. Bedspreads, things like that. It's just, you know, it produces a much faster size of pattern than you can possibly imagine, and for less thread, obviously, because it's very thick. So we'll leave that in the description box, and you can contact her directly. I'm doing as a favor to you guys that have been asking me a lot for it, so I'm not going to keep corresponding to every single one of you, because there's thousands of people in those groups of crochet. So I do mention, go to my video and go in the description and get all your information there. So this is what I wanted to let you know. So I'll be using size 4. And this is size 3 thread. We'll be also needing a scissor. And I am going to create another set of placemat dollies, if you want to call them, with a table runner. And it's going to be named Prescilla. After my beautiful cousin, Prescilla Sanchez, which she is in Florida and I am in Portugal. So this is to you, my dear. I hope you're going to enjoy this. It's in creation in honor of her name, something to remember me by and be on YouTube as long as it can possibly be. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. I miss you very much. I love you dearly. You're such a wonderful person, I can't even express, the love that I have for you. Since the first time I held you in my arms, you were 2 years, sorry, you were 2 months old. It was the very first house your parents had bought when they just started the business. And they went out for dinner, and there was an old lady babysitting you, and I happened to go there for 2 weeks on vacation, and I was very, very young myself, and held you and rocked you to sleep to put you on your crib. So I will never take that memory out of my head. I love you very much, and you're one heck of a woman and one heck of a bling lady. Which, by the way, people, she has her own lives on Facebook. You should check it out if you love bling, bling, bling. Very inexpensive. Beautiful jewelry sets with bracelets, rings, and necklaces and chokers and you name it, she has it. And they're going for $5 US a piece. So you should really drop in to her live on Facebook. I will leave the link down below in the description box also. And I'm definitely sure you're going to love it. The only thing is she only sells on the US. This is for Paparazzi jewelry business, so they only sell on the US. So unfortunately for people like myself that's in Europe that love that type of stuff cannot buy because they don't sell out of the country. But if you do have family or friends or whatever and something interests you, well, you could always ask them to buy for you and you can send them the money. I mean, for $5 a piece, it's nothing. So have a look at that. And I'm so proud of you on your business, by the way. Just wanted to let you know. And it's a beautiful family she created with that business on Facebook for the jewelry. I mean, beautiful people on that group. You guys should drop in and have a look and enjoy and have fun, or just go in and just be part of enjoying the laughter, because we have good laughs on her program. So I love you very much. Big hugs to you, to the kids. Say hi to George for me. And I hope everybody's going to enjoy this. And God bless. And we're going to get started on this, okay? Okay, everybody. So the whole concept of these colors on these last table runners I've been doing has been in most favorite colors of my family members that I'm dedicating their name on their honor. Now, I know her preference is blue, but the type of blue that she absolutely loves, I can't find it anywhere. And I really wanted to get close to that blue, and it's kind of hard to get close to it. But she also loves lavender. And because I do have lavender, I am going to create it in lavender and purple. And of course, because she's a bling lady, she's bling, bling, bling all the way. Well, I decided to put a bling, bling in there. And I've created this first one here, which I will be showing you afterwards on the tutorial. And this is going to be for the cups, the glasses for the table. Okay, so I have the lavender with bling bling mixed. It's kind of hard to see now on camera because of the good God, because of the sun coming through, but you can really see without the brightness, even the color here, it's not even showing properly because of the brightness that it is. But this is very, very shiny bling bling. It's on like diamond, and I mixed it into this lavender. So this will be the cup, the glass holder for the table, and I'll show you that further up. But we're going to start now with the plate mat. Okay, so we're going to start by making the magic circle, which is you just turn once and you put it behind your finger, and just grab. I wish I had found some thread that had already these two colors mixed, but they don't. So I'm creating my own. And we are going to go up 3. And we're going to do 14 regular stitches in here, okay? So once you created your 14, tie it up on the 3rd place on the end and go up 3. So we're gonna lock it up here and go up 3. Okay, so we've done the 14 stitches. We've locked in on the 3rd place. 1, 2, and 3 going up. Next space, we're gonna do 2 together. Next space, we're going to do 1 alone, regular stitches. Next space, 2 together. And it's going to be repeatedly like this all the way around on this row. 1 alone, 2 together, and 1 alone. So do yours, I'll do mine, and I'll meet you at the end. And it's always very hard to work with 2 threads, but you know, you gotta make that happen. So we've locked in. We're gonna go up 3 again, and this row is gonna be repeatedly the same way. So you'd go to the next one, and you put 2 together, and 1 alone. So 1, and the next one, and then 2 together, and then 1 alone. 2 together. So nothing changes. This row is exactly like the bottom row, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we've done the 1, 2, 3 row. I've cut my thread. I'm going to change it. I also suggest that you always watch the video a bit, because a lot of times I come with an idea and then I change my mind and I go into something else, or I might make a mistake and have to undo a bit. So always watch the video ahead to see how things are going. So I've locked in anywhere, it doesn't matter. Go up 3. The next one, we're gonna do 2 per space, okay, on the same place. 2 regular stitches. 1, 2. 1, made a mistake here already, you see. I was doing 1 and 1, 2. I was doing exactly like the bottom row, so that's not good. Okay. 2. So 2 on each space. And I'll meet you at the end. Like that. So we finished making the white. We locked in the 3rd place. We're going to go up 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to go to the next one. And we're going to do only single stitches on each space underneath, okay? So 1 per each. Okay? Nothing to it. Double crochet on each space, like that. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so I've cut in the white. Obviously, I'm going to be exchanging a lot my colors. I can pretty much put it anywhere, and I'm doing the lavender now. So go up 3. Next space, do 2 together. Next space, 1. So we're basically repeating this row like we did row 2 and 3. next space, 2 together, next space, 1, next space, 2 together, and we're going to do this all the way around until the end. So we finished creating this row with 1 and 2 together, 1 and 2 together, 1, 2, and 3. Next space, 1. Next space, 1 single one. So now we have 3 single ones on 3 spaces. Next, yeah. Wait a minute. No, we're gonna 2 single ones. Sorry, 1, 2 single ones, and 2 together. I was almost making a mistake there. I was getting confused. So 1, next space, 1, next space, 2 together. Okay, so 1 alone, 1 alone. Next space, 2 together. 1 alone, 1 alone, 2 together. We're going to do that the whole row. Okay, you guys, so I give myself a head start on the flowers around this pattern. As you can see, of course, it's all crumpled up because it has to be all nicely fixed. And so I had given myself a head start there. So I'll just show you the very end of it and see how it's going to work out. Sometimes it crumples all up when you're doing the flowers, so you have to really like lay it down and have it straightened out for the pattern. So obviously it's all messed up now, but once it's pressed and stretched, it will be beautiful. Anyway, so this is what it's turning out to be. It's gorgeous flower like that. Okay, so after we've done, of course, all of the V's around, we turn our pattern to the wrong side, to the back side. We're going to work on the back side. So when we flip our flowers, the flowers, they're flipped on the right side. So we have to create them from the back side. So you turn your, this is the right side, you turn your pattern to the back, and we're going to create these, get you closer. I'm going to create these little petals here. So I've already done 2. There's going to be 2 petals separation, as you see here, in between flowers. Okay, so they don't cramp up together, you know. So you'll have 2 separation in between, like I have here, and it's going to be 6 petals here to create the flower. Okay, so now I already have 2 down. That's going to be the separation point between flower to flower. And now we are going to create the flower inside here. It will take 6 of them, 6 V's and spaces, okay? So you'd put down 1 small stitch inside. Doesn't matter where you start from. You start with a small stitch. You go back inside the same one. So you'd count this the regular stitch. You'd count this as 2 already. Another regular stitch on the same place. This is 3. This is 4. And this is 5. And then you'd close it in with a small stitch. So you have your another petal there. Okay, we're going to get you a little bit closer. So you go into the space of the V's. We don't lose any spaces at all. So you do a small stitch. You come in, you do a regular stitch. Whoops. So that would be like counting 2 already. And then another regular stitch, 3, 4, 5, and then you come and you lock it in with a small stitch. So that would be 6. So now you got your 1, 2, 3, 4 paddles. We need 8 total. So you come into the V now, small stitch. We have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come inside the same one, lock it in with small stitch. So now we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go into the next space in between the V's, small stitch. So very, very simple, nothing to it. 2, 3, 4, 5. And this small stitch would count as 6. So now we're doing the 7th petal. So the small stitch would count already as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come in, small stitch, it would be 6. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more. Going to the next space in between the V's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, small stitch, 6. So now we have 8. And as you can see, it's like the flower wants to turn this way, right? To the wrong side. But we don't want that. We want it to be turned to the right side. So you'd come, you'd give space of the 2 petals here, right? Right after the flower, you give two space of the petals. You'd come with your needle in between the petal for the flower and the space petal, and you'd come and you'd grab your thread from the petals we just created. Just lock it in, give it 1 stitch, and come right into the V, right next to it. Small stitch, and you proceed again. 2, 3, 4, 5, and small stitch would make 6. You go into your space again. 1, we count that as 1, the small stitch already. 2, 3, 4, and 5. One more for close, small stitch. So here's your flower. We're going to have that 2 space, like I said, in between the flowers. On all of them, we're going to have 2 space paddle. And we continue. So we need to have 8 of them done. Skip 2, we leave 2 space. And we use the 6 for the paddles. So next space, we proceed with 6 stitch. Let's say small stitch count as 1, right? 1, regular stitch 2, 3, 4, 5, and small stitch 6. And you continue on. You do that 8 times. I'm going to do my 8 and come back and attach it again and show you. Okay, you guys, so we've done the paddles. Now, I'm almost at the end of mine, and this can occur to you guys also when sometimes you're getting just to the end and you won't have enough to do your 8 paddles, like in my case. 1, 2, 3. We need 2 for separation, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would need 2 here for separation and 2 here to create 1 here. So what am I doing here? So basically, I'm going to skip only 1 instead of 2. And this is towards the end. So you continue doing all of yours the way you're supposed to. So I am going to skip only 1 here. I'm going to keep my 6 petals just the same. And this is a good way for people that sometimes they make the mistakes and you know they don't want to like take everything down. What are they going to do? You're not going to take all the flowers all the way around down. You need to work around it, fix it up a bit. It's not going to be noticeable anyway because so many flowers on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6. Okay, so here we have all of them are 2 separation. Here we have 1 separation, and even though with 1 separation, it you know once you fix them, it's not noticeable that you know you only skipped 1 because really they hide behind the flower, right? So let's continue on, see the result here, what's going to happen, how I'm going to play with this. Because I'm sure it's going to happen to you guys too. It's not like, you know, I'm writing patterns and I'm counting every little thing that I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow and create them. So as long as it doesn't look, you know, like handicapped, whatever, then we're okay. It doesn't look weird, you know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lock it in with 6. The next one. And I'm going to see how, you know, if I have to do more stitches inside of here or not, then I'll figure it out. No biggie. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's always a way to go around it. So little techniques here and there will fix the boo-boos, you know. With so many years that I have doing crochet, I mean, it's not impossible. There's always ways to go around it. So here I have 4 already, 5, 6, and 7. So I'm just gonna be okay no matter what. So if I skip 1 here and I skip 1 here, I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I would have 5. I will need to make an extra one to make my 6 for the paddle. So hold on a minute. I skip 1 here, so I'll have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would have 5. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be a little bit smarter and cheat. No, I don't need to give 1 stitch there. I already gave my stitch. So I'm going to come back in again. And I'm going to, on the same one as I have here, I'm going to put already a few in there. You know, so it doesn't, and I'm going to the next page and finish up putting the rest of that paddle. So I'm like breaking it in between both. So I already have my 5. I'm putting my small stitch. Here I have my paddle done already. And I coming back in again. And I'm doing another paddle. 2, 3, 4, 5, and back in. So now I got 2 paddles done on the same space. And I have 1 paddle half and half on both spaces. So I'm going to have my total of 6 paddles no matter what. So here I'm going to the next space, and I'm going to do my regular paddle, you know, and then I'm going to count them to see if I'm good, and if I need to add any more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to lock it in. Okay. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is fine because I'm skipping only one. So I need 6 for the paddles. And I'm going to close it up. Whoops, almost took that apart. I'm going to close it up. I'm going to give it 1 stitch, and I'm going to make that last one 1 separation. So I'm going to turn out to be just fine. 3, 4, 5, and small stitch. Okay. So if I turn it and I stretch it a bit, we're going to be just fine. Just need to fix it because now it's all crumpled up because of all the flowers. So you give it a nice little stretch, you know, and we're okay. The flowers came intact. It's not noticeable because it hides all the other stuff behind it. And there's like 3 spaces with 1 separation, which is no biggie. You can't even tell unless you point it out to somebody. How can they tell when the flowers are covering everything up top? I'm going to show you in a second once I straighten them out that you can see that you can't see anything at all. Of course, this would be pressed and compressed and whatever, so everything would fall into place. Let me just fix it nicely. Okay, so just show you here. Look at that. Gorgeous. And you can't tell nothing at all that you only have 1 space in 3 of them. So it's this one, and this one. I know because I've done it. But you wouldn't be able to see it at all because the flowers, once the flowers are stretched out, you wouldn't be able to see nothing. And it's not like it's a big boo-boo anyway. It's just, you know, instead of 2 separation, it's 1 separation, which came out perfect. Now you can cut your thread, tie it up, and we're done with this beautiful tutorial on this one. Now I'm gonna show you how the cup glass holder is done, because this will be part of this set. Hello everyone. Okay, I wanted to touch base with you on the one that we were doing. I wanted to complete it so you can see more or less as I'm pointing out to you what it looks like or which row we're in. So basically we did this row. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did row 6. That's what I finished teaching you. And then we're going to do row 7, same color. And row 7 is the same thing. Nothing changes. Let me see. Okay, so I basically, for some reason, I thought I had completed the recording on row 7, but I didn't. So I did row 7 here because I managed to find that blue that she absolutely loves, which is very hard to see here on camera, but it's a very shiny blue, just like the silver bling bling. It's very, very shiny, and the blue also is very, very shiny. So I managed to find, as you can see, all the bling bling on it. I managed to find the blue. So I wanted to alternate between the lavender and the blue so it can stand out both pieces, because I know she loves these colors very much. So I wanted to advance this one and do a mixture of the both colors and the other plate mats. Okay, so basically, let me just pull this because I'm working with 2 thread. They don't have size 4 on this thread of bling bling alone, so I have to work with 2. And just got this piece here. So row 7. So basically row 7. So on row 6 we did 2 together, 1 alone, right? Row 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We did 2 together, 1 alone. Row 7, we're going to do 2 together, 2 alone. Okay? 1, 2 on the same place. 1 alone, 1 alone. 2 on the same place, 1 alone, 1 alone, and all the way to the end. So not complicated at all. Row 8, which is this bling bling blue, we are going to do stitch over stitch. So nothing to it, very, very easy. So the pattern is the same. We're continuing the same stitch, same pattern. I just happened to finish that one up. So to give you an idea what it's going to look like, and that's all the bling bling silver. Here on camera, it does not do its justice, but it's really in your face sort of thing. And even here, I have the bling bling with that purple. So this is really, really, really shiny. So we're going to do stitch over stitch, okay? This is row 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, row 8. So stitch over stitch with the bling bling in your face sort of blue. And we are going to continue creating this and another thing. So you remember at the beginning I showed you that I have the glass, the cup mat. So you saw only this part. So I've created the rest around it, and I put the 3 flowers only, like we have here on the plate mat. So it can match up, but gives that bling bling together. Okay, so it's going to be a very interesting set, I believe, once I am done. So continue with your stitch over stitch all the way to the end, row 8. Okay, you guys, so we finished doing the blue bling bling, very shiny. 1 stitch for each. Now we are on the bling bling here, as you can see. Bring it up closer. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're on the 8th row, right? Now 9 and 10 are the same thing as 8th row. 1 stitch per each stitch underneath. Okay, so 1 regular stitch on each one, exactly the same thing as we did row 8. We're doing row 9 the same way, and row 10 the same way. So these 3 rows are the same count, 1 per each. So there's no mistake there. I don't need to record the other 2 rows because they're the same, and it's just taking up space on my memory on my cell phone because I am recording with the cell phone. It's bugging a lot, the cell, because of all the videos that I record. So trying to hide my yarn here and my thread at the same time. So you go up 3 regular same thing, nothing changes. Good God, it's giving me a hard time. So go up 3 and hide your thread. Good God. And you do 1 stitch per each stitch underneath. So nothing to it. We're just hiding these stitches underneath. And don't tighten it too much, obviously, because we're not adding. So if you tighten too much, then it's going to be all crumpled up. So try to make it as loose as we can. Of course, I happen to be one of those that tighten too much the stitches, so try to be careful on this row. Okay, so basically we're just doing stitch, regular stitch over regular stitch, as you can see. And we're going to do row 9 and 10 the same way. So these 3 rows are the same count, and then we're going to do small stitch with a different color if you're using a different color. This is just small stitch. I'll be back on this row here. Okay everyone, so I pretty much finished doing the 2 rows the same color like we have on here, which is row 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we're going to do the small stitch. So very simple, grab anywhere. And just go on each loop. And do the small stitch on every single loop. Nothing to it. Whoops, off camera. Time to time I have to remember to look into the camera because I keep moving around, and of course the cellular ain't gonna move with me, right? Bad habit. Still getting used to recording. This is all new to me. It's only been a few months that I have the channel up, so bear with me please till eventually I can get something better to record, but for the moment I can't. So I have to deal with recording with the cell phone. Okay, so do your small stitch all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we're starting with the white again. We finished doing the small stitch, as you can see there, here. So now we're going to do, again, can grab anywhere, and we're doing regular stitches on each stitch underneath. So we're overlapping the stitches, all regular stitches, exactly like we did row 8, row 9, row 10. So row 11, of course I'm not counting the small stitch, stitch over stitch, and we have 3 more rows of this, so it's 3 altogether of the white. So this would be row 11, 12, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rows altogether, and then we cut the thread because then we begin to do the flowers. So stitch over stitch the next 3 rows, this row and 2 more until 13, and we cut the thread. I'll meet you at the end of row 13, which all the 3 rows are stitch over stitch, so nothing to it. Don't tighten it too much so it doesn't crumple up. Loosen up a bit, and I'll meet you at the end of row 13. Now when I say row 13, I'm not counting the small stitches here. I'm not counting this as a row, okay? So I'm counting is these rows, okay? So 3 more like this, regular stitches on each stitch, and we cut the thread on the 13th row. Okay, everybody, so I did row 13, and I had made a mistake. I told you to do singles, that's the next 3 rows. Yes, singles on this row and this row. Row 13, the 13th one is 2 together, 1 alone. 2 together, 1 alone. Sorry about that. Okay, so 2 together, 1 alone. 2 together, 1 alone. 2 together, 1 alone. Okay, so just wanted to let you know. That's why it's always good to advance the video a bit to see if I made an error somewhere and we need to adjust a bit. There's no biggie on that, but I've always mentioned from the beginning, watch the video a bit further before you continue to stitch to see if I didn't make a mistake or changed up anything. So the 13th row, 2 together, 1 alone. Okay, and we cut the thread after that. And we're gonna go with the other color to outstand the flower. So I'm gonna go back into the lavender. Now we need to make these little loops here for the flower. Okay, so it's like V's. We're gonna do V's. You would go in any of them, doesn't matter. Go up 3, 1, 2. But the one we locked in is 3 and 4, because we need 2 separations. So we're going to do 1, 2 here, separation. We're going to skip 1, and we're going into the next one, and we're doing 1, 2 separation again. On the same one, we're making little V's like that. Okay, 1, 2 separation, skip 1, go into the next one. 1, 2, same one, making the little V's like that. 1, 2, skip 1, go into the next one. So that's all you have to do with this row. The next row, I already have recorded this flower already on there. The video's already there to show you. So when you're going to see the video, you're going to see this color, because I happen to record a bit how to do the flower already, so I didn't have to come back to it since I had advanced this pattern already. Okay, and then once you finish doing the flower, okay, then I'm going to teach you how to do the small one for the cup holders. Okay, so finish doing that, follow the next step for the flowers, cut your thread, and then we're going to proceed with the cup holder. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of the flowers. Okay, everybody, so I pretty much finished doing this blue one. Then once I'm ready to do the reveal shots and the little video, then I'll fix the flowers a little bit more. But I mean, look how gorgeous that is. And the clarity here does not give it justice to the bling bling on this. It's metallic blue, very, very, very shiny. Of course, I'm using 2 threads, you know, one metallic blue itself and the other one the shiny part. So, okay, so now we're gonna go into the glass mat. Okay, so we are going to do the magic ring. And I'm going to do this blue because the concept of this is laying out the matte dish on the table and putting the cup mat next to it. So that's the idea, what I'm trying to aim for. Hopefully it works out. So we're gonna do, good God, I don't even know how many stitches I did in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's 16 stitches. 2, 4, 6, yeah, 16 stitches. So we're gonna go up 3. Okay, make sure I keep you guys on camera because I'm terrible at this. So we're gonna do 16 stitches in here. So nothing complicated, very simple. So do your 16 and lock it up on the end, and I'll meet you going up 3 on the second row. So we did 16. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 going up and then 2 for separation. We are going to skip 1 and we're going to go into the next one. Okay, so it's going to give you that little square. 1, 2, I think I'm going to give it 3 separation and then skip 1, go into the next one because we don't want it to be pulling. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do this 8 times around. If your stitch is extremely tight, then give 4 separation. If it's too loose, extremely loose, then give 2 separation, okay? Because we don't want it to bag up either. So we're going to do 8 of these stitches around. I'll meet you at the end. So we've locked up on third place. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 up, and we're going to do 5 regular stitches inside of the square here. Okay, so we have 3, 4, and 5, and we're going to do a regular stitch right on top of the other stitch underneath. Good God, I got string coming out of my ears, and I have so much thread on the floor all over me. Okay, so 5 stitches in here again. We're going to do this all the way around, and 1 stitch overlapping, chain stitch overlapping the bottom one. So how many do I have here already? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 1 more. 5, and we're going to do 1 inside of this one here, like that. So do yours all the way around, lock it up on the third place, and go up 3. So we finished doing the stitches, the circle. We go up 3, 2, 3, and 2 more for separation, so 5 total. We're going to skip 1, we're going to go into the next one. We're going to repeat the same thing like we did here. The difference is we're going to have 24 squares, little squares. So we're doing this top one here. Okay, so nothing to it. 24 little squares, like that. Skip 1 and do the next one. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so now we're going to go up 3 again. We've locked in, and inside of the square we're going to do 2 groups of 3. So 2 and 3, 1, 2, separation, same place on the same square, another group of 3. So this is very easy, very simple. And we're pretty much just going to add the 3 flowers here on the end, on one of them. So we are on the last row of this color, and we are going to skip 1 square and do our 2 groups of 3 again on the next square. Well, the next square after the one we skipped, of course. 2 separation and 3 more inside of the same place. So these little cup glass holders are very simple, very easy to make. So do 3, 2 separation, 3 more on the same place. Skip 1 square, no separation between, and do the 2 groups again with 2 separation. Skip here again and do the 2 groups on this one with 2 separation. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so now I'm going into the baby blue, which is this blue that's around here. So we can have this effect on the blue one. Make it nice and pretty. We have to combine the colors so they can all join in together one way or another. Okay, so we went up 3 on the one of the loops, doesn't matter where. And we're going to give it 2 separation in the middle, in between these groups. We're going to do also like little V's, you know. 1, 2 separation, back in the same place. And this is what we're going to do. 1, 2 separation into the middle of the group. 1, 2 separation, back in the same place, another one. Whoops, not even in the same place. Whoa. Okay. And 1, 2 separation, and in the middle between the 2 groups again. 1, 2 separation, and back into the middle of the 2 groups. 1, 2. So nothing to it. In the middle of the 2 groups, we're doing that V. So we're pretty much preparing this to do the flower. And do yours. I'll do mine. And we'll meet you at the end. You can, if you're changing colors, then to do your flower, then you can cut it at the end of this row. Okay, so this is pretty much what it's going to look like. Okay guys, so now I'm going to do the flower. Now, as you can see, well, it's very hard to see here on camera, and it's sad that you can't really see how it is, but this white is very bling bling. It's just on camera, it does not do its justice at all, but it's got this gorgeous, it's got bluish, greenish, very light bling mixed in it, that I'm gonna mix it up with the white, because this is a white bling. By the way, people, this would make a gorgeous bling bling set for Christmas on your dining room table. Just to let you know, this is the real deal bling bling for Christmas gatherings. You know, when people are walking in, you got your dining room table all decorated bling. So beautiful. Okay, so we're going to turn our pattern the wrong way because we want the flowers to be facing the right way. And we are going to start doing the flowers. So we lock it in where the V is. Let me get you closer. Thing is, I can't get it too close up because if I do, it's going to blurry a lot. So hopefully it won't be blurry. And sometimes I have the camera too much on one side. Oh, good God. Okay, so we go up 3. No, sorry, we locked in with small stitch, and we're gonna come in and do the flowers. So 1, 2, trying to hide all of this bling bling thread back here. It's very fine thread. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you would go on the same one, lock it in with a small stitch. Nothing different than the ones that we did with the blue here. And we'd go into the next space, and we'd go up. No, we don't go up. We lock in with small, and then we do again. So this would be like 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's too bad it doesn't really show on camera. The sparkling on this white is just, oh my god, it's gorgeous. Next space. So basically, to create a flower, we need 8 petals, because we are going to do 2 that stay out and 6 to do the flowers. So again, we come into the V, a small stitch, and again, so 2, 3, 4, and 5 regular stitches. We lock in the same place. So we're going to do 8 of them on every single space here. Okay, so you're going to the next space and you continue on. As soon as we have 8, I'll come back and show you. So we did our 8 petals. We come back here on the second petal through the back, or I should say through the front, and we grab our thread, we lock it in, we go 1, 2, and 3. And why am I giving 3? Because I don't want it to pull too much when we go to the next space. So if you're having the same issue with the pattern, you can do the same thing. You can add 3 stitches as you're going to the next one, so it doesn't pull too much. Okay, so we did 3. Now we're going to the next space, small stitch, and we continue on doing our 8 petals again. So it would be 6 on each V, on each space, 6 of these, small stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 4 regular stitches, and then small stitch would equal your 6. Okay, so I'm going to do my 8. That's what it's, look at that. How gorgeous is that? And I'll come back and show you again. Okay, you guys, so we pretty much did the 3 flowers already. Now we're just going to do petals. We're not doing no more flowers, but we still have to create the petals. So the only thing we're doing is petals all the way through until the end. So you'd go in your next space and you do your petal, and then next space, your petal. Okay, because we are not doing flowers, we don't want it to over jam with petals, so we're not going inside of the V. We're jumping, oops, we're jumping automatically out of the V into the space here. Or let's say you want to continue to do it. I mean, for sure it's going to look beautiful just the same too. I mean, you know, you can go ahead and continue doing the paddle. I just don't want it to be too cramped up with paddles since we're not doing the flowers. You know, you can go ahead and do it inside of here, but I'm going to try to make you understand that, oh my God, I got a knot here. That's not good. Let me fix my knot. Okay, I managed to get the knot off. This sparkling thread, it knots very, very fast. It's like a silk. Okay, so if yours is okay, that you feel like you can do this sort of paddles one after another without cramping up, then fine, then go ahead by all means. But if you see that it's too much crumpled up, the petals, then you would jump the V and you'd go into the next one. So I don't want it to be over, you know, over crumpled up. So I'm going to put it to the test because I was too afraid with this one. So I started jumping, but it might look nice. Let's see. I'll see you at the end. Okay, guys, so it was crumping up too much, so I'm not doing it that way. But what I am going to do, though, is... Okay, these two, we did the flower right after doing the flower. We'll leave these two regular here, even this one. So we'll leave the 3 right after the flower regular as we normally do the petals. Okay, because I had put something to the test here. And instead of doing inside of the square one, okay, we are going to jump. Don't tighten it too much. We're going to jump right away into the V. I think it gives it a nice look when they're inside of the V. So we'll just jump the space between the V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go directly inside of the V. So we'll leave the 3 regular ones here and then skip the square one and go into the V and do the same thing here again. So we're going to skip the square one and create them inside of the V. I think it looks much prettier. I should have thought of that when I did the other one there, but I didn't think about it. But no biggie, it's only one anyway, doesn't matter. I mean, it's understandable. This is wrong. I have to do a small stitch here. These things I'm creating as I'm going, so it's normal that as I'm going, then other ideas come to mind. But I am not going to take it down just to create this like this now. It's going to stay as is. It's still beautiful the way it is, but this way I think it's much nicer. So, I mean, you see the effect, much nicer than this effect. So, I'll see. Maybe I will just take down the silver here and do the same to this one so they can all stay the same. Let me see my patience, how it works out. But I think it's much prettier this way when the petals, it's like growing out of these little stems here. Okay, so I'll see you at the end, people. And there it is, people. How gorgeous is that? To match this dish mat. And by the way, I took it down, as you can see. I just finished taking it down and reconstructed it so it can match the V's. It's kind of hard to see. The V's on it. So it can match this one. I think they look gorgeous. And I hope everybody enjoyed this special tutorial. And I will be seeing if I'm going to create the table runner for it. I'm not sure yet because this is really a lot of time consuming on this. Not only that, it is a very extremely expensive buying these shiny threads. They're like almost 10 euros for 50 grams, people, 50 grams of the shiny thread. For that type of money, I could have gotten a 1 kilo cone you know, the multicolored thread or just the regular thread. But anyway, this is special, and so no issues. It's done. I love it. I think it came out just beautiful. I'm gonna have the pictures in the end with the little video. I will set it up on the dining room once I finish the other mats for this set. And so bling me up, Scylla. For my beautiful cousin, bling me up, girl. This was made in your honor. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just too bad that you can't really see how much bling is on here, but there is a lot of bling, even the white, but you can't really see too much on camera. But I hope you like this set that I've created. I miss you. I love you, girl. So I hope you enjoy this and can't wait to see you. Hopefully you'll come down with hubby and we can all have a good time together. So much hugs, much love to you, my dear. And can't wait to see you again. And everybody that has been joining me on creating these beautiful pieces, thank you so much. And please don't forget to like, share, comment, and hit that bell notification for the newcomers, for the new uploads. Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe and take care. Priscilla, I love you. Kiss, kiss for you, my dear. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.